Look at me now! Loving it! Pound for pound! Headshot, dead! That's it!
What's up, guys? It's your boy Joshua Showtime. You already know what it is. This is Showtime's Fight Forum, where we talk all things fights. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. As always, please, man, make sure you comment. This is a good conversation to have today. Very interesting conversation to have. And man, oh man, I cannot believe what the heck happened. Follow me on social medias as well as Papa Showtime. Follow me on Facebook at Joshua Showtime as well. Man, this is what the hell? Like, look, man. This is why we love MMA. I cannot believe, and if you haven't known, let me go ahead. We're talking about UFC 279. I mean, I said 79, 78, but I cannot believe what the hell happened. Now, I mean, I guess I should go up the ladder, but let's before we talk about the main event, let's just talk about the fights previously before that. All right. Now, look, man. I'm a big Jose Aldo fan. You already know, I think he is top 5 easily all time. His resurgence and him being able to somehow make 135 and him to actually be amazing at 135 is one of the most confusing. He's such an anomaly. Like, what? This dude struggled at 145, somehow made it to 135, and he's phenomenal at 135. He went against Marab, and it was not a good fight. It wasn't. It was boring. I think there was a few issues within this fight, which one was the elevation. They fought in Utah. They don't really fight in Utah like that. And the elevation definitely was affecting a lot of the fighters. I think pretty much everyone, except for maybe Kamaru. And I just was very, very confused with the game plan. Like, was it the counter box? Like, was it counter strike? Marab wasn't really doing too much at first, and he was just being patient, which is smart. But then, Marab's game plan period was flawless. It was smart. It was boring, but smart. He wore Jose out without Jose really doing anything. And that was put him against the cage, making him wrestle. And he knew he really wasn't gonna get these takedowns because Jose had unreal takedown effect. And even if you take him down, he gets right back up. To control him, you have to hurt him. And then he'll stay on the ground. But just taking him down to keep him down, that's not really happening. Now, it's very, very interesting though, that Jose came out with the game plan of, I want to conserve my energy, because it makes me think that he had one bad weight cut. If you look at the weight cut, he did have to use the naked box thingy, and clearly that means the weight cut wasn't the greatest, in my opinion. That's what that tells me. And then also, you have to factor in the fact that, once again, it's elevation. Jose doesn't have amazing cardio to begin with. So, to me, I thought he was just trying to conserve himself. Rob was like, no, you ain't doing that. I'm about to go in there and I'm gonna put you against the cage, force you to work. Yes, it's boring, but at the end of the day, we're wearing on you. Your athleticism is slowly dying down. So it's to the point of at least it's manageable to deal with. And he pulled off a decision. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the most impressive thing in the world. However, you got the job done, and Jose now has a loss, and it hurts me because I wanted him to get a title shot. But yeah, and still, you know, you gotta let your hands go, man. You gotta be more confident in your cardio. Big part of cardio is confidence. And I don't think he had any confidence in it, and it got exploited. Now, you know, it was what it was. Then we gotta talk about the other fight, which was the middleweight fight. That fight was, Luke Rockhold and Paulo Costa was a very interesting and very weird fight. Fun, like we expected, but very weird. I've never ever seen somebody in the main card fight get that tired, ever. I've seen people more tired than he was. I've seen people who literally couldn't stand up and they stayed down. And it was like, yeah, bro, I can't do it. I've seen that level of tired, but I've never seen in a main card fight somebody was so gassed out. Like, he put his hands on his knees, and it wasn't a distraction. He was really that tired. He did it like twice. I mean, it was crazy to see. But the balls on Luke, I thought he was gonna get knocked out in 30 seconds, to be honest with you, because he doesn't have a chin. But he sure as hell had a chin that time. Paulo punches hard, okay? And he took a bunch of those punches. Yes, they hurt him. You could tell they hurt him, but he didn't just get slept, which is really positive. He didn't have anything left in the tank. And that third round, I thought was amazing by Luke. Like that's something you do show people, to sit here and say, this is toughness. This is what having the cojones looks like, because he wanted to quit. You could see it in his face. He was like, bro, I don't want to be here anymore. He definitely didn't want to. But he was like, I'm not going out like that. I'm not going out like that. And he didn't go out like that. That's respect. So happy about Luke being able to fight like that. Happy retirement to him. He moves on to cooler endeavors. And Paulo, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think Paulo looked that great. I think that it was actually a disappointing fight for him. He should have knocked him out. And especially when he was so tired. I know Paulo was tired too, but come on, man, that man was way, way, way worse than you were. You should have got the job done and got that finish. Wasn't a great look. He was getting, he gets punched a lot, like a lot. And I don't think that he's gonna last long if he's gonna like keep relying on his chin like that. It's too many dogs around that division for him to be able to think he can get away with that. So he's gonna have to, I think, go to the base and start working on stuff, because that defense was not where it's at. And I wasn't that impressed with Paulo. I'm more impressed with how Luke came off that drought, being older and all that good stuff. My only thing also with Luke though, and it's been like this for a while, is for a guy that's a striker, he has one of the most predictable striking game I've seen. Kick, okay, reset, kick, reset, kick, question mark kick. I'm gonna go through it two. I'm gonna throw another two. Like, it's never a free-flowing, combination-based offense. And it's so predictable, and that's why it's outdated. And I think that's another reason why he didn't last long. And he also doesn't have good defense. Like, he gets punched, he keeps his head up, and it's an easy thing to punch. So his grappling was really tough. It's really good, but he doesn't really use that much. But as far as his striking, man, like, he has all the tools. He just didn't know how to put them together, and he relied too much on his heavy kicks. It just wasn't. It helped him in his prime. However, towards, when he started getting chin, he didn't develop his striking, and that really hurt him. Now, the thing that I really just want to talk about, let's just get into with the main event. What the hell happened? I can't believe it. Kamaru Usman has gotten KO'd by Leon Edwards. Now let's put this in perspective. Leon has KO'd one person. He's TKO'd in total, KO'd 2 people before Kamaru Usman. Yes, he's a striker, but he doesn't have powerful strikes. He doesn't really do that. He got clipped by Nate Diaz. He KO'd Kamaru Usman. Now look, man, I didn't do a show last week. I would have picked Kamaru Usman. I'm not gonna say I would have picked Leon. That's just me lying if I said that. However, I would have 100% said people are so disrespectful about Leon in his game. The guy is great. He is a great fighter. Okay, is he elite? I don't think so, but he is a great fighter. He's great everywhere, I think. I think he has great wrestling. I think he has great submission defense. I think he also has great punches and kicks. And he's really good with combinations. He's just not elite anywhere, in my opinion. Now, the fight was shocking for the first round. Kamaru got taken down for the first time in his career. Wow, that's crazy. Why? How did that happen? We know how it happened. At the end of the day, that was a great trip by Leon. He had not the hooks, but he locked them up, was able to get an outside trip. Kamaru tried to go for a throw, which I think was a disdain for Leon's skill set by trying to go for that throw, and he got caught and got put full mounted. But it happens. It is what it is. He lost that round and he got taken down. After that, it was exactly how everybody expected it to go. Pressure, pace was killing Leon. Leon was getting, not obliterated, but he was getting picked apart pretty easily. It was getting bad. After the second round, you could tell the elevation and also that pace was killing Leon. Leon was getting tired. I'm not gonna say he was looking for a way out because he's obviously a tough dude, but he kind of was accepting his fate that he was gonna lose. And he was trying stuff in the first minute, but then eventually Kamaru would just tie him up, wear him out, throw combinations against the cage, and then take him down. Then that 5th round happened. Now here's the thing that I really want to talk about with this 5th round and why I believe Kamaru Usman lost. I don't know if Kamaru Usman was tired, but Kamaru Usman did not fight the way he fought that entire fight, that last 2 minutes. Once Herb broke him up against the cage, if you look back at the fight, guys, the last 2 minutes, Kamaru Usman fought on the outside. He was no longer the pressure fighter that he normally is. No takedowns, no punches thrown. He was just in there playing defense. To me, that was him trying to take a victory lap. Him just chilling, him saying, I already won, I'm relaxing, I'm just gonna play defense because I already have this fight won. That's how it came off. And what happened? He slipped right into a kick. That's one thing that you never do in wrestling. You don't do these in fights. You don't play it safe and you don't sit here and take rounds off. Why? Because it's so unpredictable. When you're playing defense, you give him time to work his offense. Kamaru had the perfect game plan. Stay in his face. He was not in his face. He was on the outside. And I think that was the key in why he lost. Once they fight again, because there should be a trilogy, Kamaru Usman should win. Unless his chin somehow was gone from just getting knocked out. However, I don't see that happening. But I do think that he's no longer going to let him fight on the outside, and he's obviously not going to slip his kicks anymore. Probably not going to slip as much. Probably just going to play high guard. However, that was an eye-opener. And the crazy thing is, I already was having written down in my notes that, like, even if Kamaru won, I was going to sit here and say Volk is the pound-for-pound king right now. From what I'm seeing, like, Volk is getting better, and I'm not saying Kamaru's not getting better. However, I do think that we've hit the reaching point of how good he is right now. I think he's gonna get better. I do think Volk is still getting better. So, you know, yet and still, he got KO'd, so now it's easily Volk. Yet and still, Kamaru Usman's gonna be back in there. I hate that his daughter was able to see that. I don't think fighters should be bringing their kids, especially if they're young like that, like she's like under 10. They should never see that. Quick story, because I know I'm kind of wrapping you up, but one of my closest friends, not one of my closest friends, he's a really good friend, and he was like one of my closest friends at the time. He was an amateur fighter. He was undefeated. He ended up getting knocked out. His jaw broke, and I remember his girl was there, and this is a grown woman, like 20 plus, sobbing, crying for an hour, thinking that her man died. I can only imagine, and I was hurt too, because that's my boy. I can only imagine what a daughter seeing her dad get beat like that. How that can traumatize her? Like, I don't know. I don't like that. I really don't. I feel like fighters should never do that. Don't put your kids through that. That's just, I get anxiety when I fight, or not fight, when I compete. I also get anxiety if, like, you know, my family members or a loved one or something like that, somebody I care about, competes as well. I can only imagine, like, my dad, like, especially as a kid. You already know kids exaggerate everything. He's dead. He literally was like sleep with his eyes open. That's scary. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't like that part. However, great fight. I cannot wait to see the trilogy. It's gonna be a lot. Congrats to Leon, man. So many people pooped on you for years and years and years. You've been campaigning for your title shot. I love when people campaign for their title shot. The Tyron Woodley, the Jessica Peñas. Nobody had any faith in them, and they proved everybody wrong. And even I doubted them. I'm not saying I doubted all three of them dudes. Guess what happened? They all won. And I'm proud, I'm happy for them. Because that's what sports is all about. That's what MMA is all about. Unpredictable, and it's just like, who the hell? Like, what the hell? So I'm happy for Leon. Congrats to you. I do think you're gonna lose your next fight with Kamaru. However, it doesn't matter. This is your moment. This is your time, and I hope you celebrate as much as you possibly can, because the Nigerian Nightmare is gonna come. Very, very hard after this. No pause. But thank you guys as always for watching. This is your boy Showtime. This is Showtime's Fight Forum. Make sure you stay blessed.